But when you understand why Prince and Michael Jackson didn't like each other, hint Prince, his father name was John Lewis, hint Lewis, and then notice his he was the cousin of Lewis Hayes. Remember I was talking about the name Lewis earlier. I was breaking it down how when you translate praise our God, it becomes Lewis. So you see how all of that comes together. And you know how Prince is from Minnesota. Hint Minnesota is called the cloudy. It means cloudy water, the sky tinted water. Hint the whole thing as it's written, these are wells without water, clouds that are carried with a tempest, to whom the midst of darkness is reserved forever. So when you understand Prince, all Prince represented, the purple rain. All that represented was the purple, Babylonian whore. The blasphemy, the queen of heaven. Just great blasphemy. That's why he had to push purple rain. You feel what I'm saying? When you understand, remember he had the song Adore. And I used to love that song, I ain't gonna lie, but remember Prince had the song Adore. Notice, you see, he got the car has a drummer, have a drum kit out of it. When you understand that when they disrupt the car, you see how you got the stage built out of the car? That all represents Messiah being blasphemed. Hint, as it's written, Kara don't mean nothing but what? The anointed Messiah. Pure, the anointed Messiah. All that represents. So you see how they blaspheme the car. That's why you got Bad Trip with Lil Rail. You see how they destroyed the car. All blasphemy with ice cream in their hands because that represents dealing with the cold. You remember I was talking about the guy Miles Frost replaced Ephraim. Hint the code. You see that, the Masons, the moon energy. So you see how all this comes together. That's why 1999, Prince was talking about what? He was talking about the sky was all purple. There were people running everywhere, trying to run from the destruction. I didn't even care. Listen to this. And let's get even deeper. Because remember, Michael Jackson and Prince couldn't stand each other. This is why will.i.am had to be the one to bring them together for a time. And I'm going to explain that. Because when you understand will.i.am, hint the whole thing where I said the Most High's name is I am that I am. The will of I am, will of God, I am that I am. So hint is all blasphemy. But hint, Michael Jackson and Prince seeing each other because as it's written and through his policy also shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And he shall magnify himself in his heart and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Symbolically, will.i.am represents the whole theme of the Most High fulfilling the prophecy of the princes joining together to battle one another. If you remember Michael taking off the scene first, remember like in 08 when Obama come in, I'm gonna get further into this on the next video. But when Obama come in, Michael Jackson's out the picture and Obama did not like Michael Jackson's music. He favored Prince. Remember, Michael Jackson gets out the way and then Prince, when Obama leaves office, he's out the way. And then Trump rises up, hint the revelation trumpets. So you just see how all of this stuff comes together. You know what I mean? And there's no way around it. That's why these two couldn't stand each other. Michael Jackson represented the knight versus nothing but what? Remember I was talking about that earlier. What does the knight do? The knight bishops and the bishop and the knight, hint king of pop, they checkmate the king. You feel what I'm saying? Hint will.i.am is with Black Eyed Peas. You know what I mean? Hint the whole theme of Black Eyed Peas. You understand that? Remember as it's written, Messiah, she'll sprout, she'll sprout. You know what I mean? The whole thing Messiah shall, root and sprout from the house of David. And when you understand the Black Eyed Peas, all that represents is the eye of God. Hint why he had to be the one to bring these two together. The eye of God